With gross profit being such an important measurement in your business, knowing that a higher gross profit leads to a higher real take-home income for your business and then extrapolating through to a higher net profit, we really feel it's probably one of the key focuses in any trade and construction business. So how do you grow your gross profit? And how do you do that simply and effectively? So in this video, I've got 3 simple ways to grow your gross profit. The first way, the most simple way to grow your gross profitability is to put your prices up. Now you might say, John, that's easier said than done. And I'm going to explain in a future video how you can safely and confidently put your prices up regularly. That's every 3 to 6 months, maybe even 6 to 12 months, and confidently do it without losing any business. But automatically your gross profit will go up as you increase your prices, and particularly if you're now generating greater income without having to do any extra work. And even just a 1 or a 2% increase extrapolated out over a longer period of time can make a huge difference to that gross profit. So first one is putting up your prices. Second one is getting better efficiency from the existing labor that you have in your business. We call it the labor efficiency ratio, which is about saying is how much capacity can I get out of my income generating team players. So those are the team players that are out on the tools generating the work or generating the income for your business. Now, if you're measuring maybe a percentage, we call it a capacity percentage or an efficiency percentage, that if you're paying someone for being on the tools, and let's call it 38 hours a week, how many of those hours are actually chargeable or billable to a job or a customer? Now, you can't improve anything that you're not measuring. So first and foremost, what I'd love you to be able to do is, in general, have a look at how many hours you paid your guys for last week or last month, and how many hours of those were actually chargeable to a job or a customer. And that will give you a percentage. Now, many business owners, when they measure this for the very first time, are really surprised about how inefficient their business model is or their team players actually are. We'd like to think that you can get to 90% plus, which means in a 38-hour week, that's north of 35 hours of that week is charged to a job or a customer. The rest can be made up with non-billable travel, admin time, meeting time, training time, etc. So if you can improve that and grow that capacity, you're going to get a much better gross profitability. And the third way is to decrease some wastage. Now, again, very simple, but you've got to be able to measure it as well. Now, that could be decreased wastage in things like materials. How many of the materials do you buy that you don't use? It gets left around, thrown away. You might think about wastage as in someone's time on the job. How often do you see people standing around on a job, wasting time, not being as productive or as efficient as possible? So therefore, whoever's managing that job needs to ensure that the guys are productive and effective. It's not hustling, it's not rushing, but it's continually working towards the outcome that you've got. So thinking about how many hours have been allocated to a job, do the team know whether they're on track or off track? Every time someone's standing around not being productive, what you'll find is the job time frame can drag out, and therefore you're wasting that opportunity as well. So there's 3 simple ways. Now, you cannot improve what you don't measure. So you've got pricing, your capacity or efficiency ratio, and the third one is decreasing your wastage. Start measuring, and I guarantee as soon as you start doing that, you'll look at ways to improve all of those key points. All the best, and if you need some support, please let us know.